So one of your new offerings has some unique components to it. It's offering a lot of value to people. Can you tell me about it a little bit?
Yeah, I think in the market, people are talking about like recession or pending recession, but more often than not, like the customers that are coming to us looking to learn more about subscriptions, they're all interested in growth, right?
Mhm.
Like, how can we help grow our program? What is it that you guys offer to help grow our program? So, a couple things that we do on that front is really trying to like shake up the way that people think about subscription. I think historically the main subscription offering was like, the typical like radial button on your product page, subscribe and save 10%. But what are some ways that you can shake that up as a merchant to make that offering more attractive and help you kind of secure that repeat purchase and LTV on day one is by really creating this like subscription offer. Couple different like ways that that can take shape are doing things like trial to subscription, where you're kind of either reducing the cost of the first purchase and then bumping it up to the full price on subsequent orders so
Mhm.
that the customer gets an opportunity to kind of like test it out, actually try it if it's in like the food and bev space, or apply it to your skin if it's in the skincare cosmetic space before you're committing to a subscription. So it's a
So
really good way to kind of get into it.
before you go to the next example, if there is one, we look at CPAs, which are different than your CAC. So when you're dealing on trial, the CPAs are going to be a lot lower, but the CAC is a lot higher. So you take the total prospects. They're not really customers if they buy trials. So you take total prospects against those who actually subscribe, and that's CAC. Does that process, have you found some sort of comparison of it improving retention? Because typically it'd be trial to retention marketing channels like SMS and email to get them to come back, as well as PPC. But this is kind of cool because it's an in platform way to get people in the system of subscribing. Do you have any data around how that's improved?
Yeah, I think the main thing to consider here is that you're doing a trial to subscription. So, like 14 days later, 5 days later, it'll roll over into a full-blown subscription,
Yeah.
right? So, you're getting the full value and the full price point over to the customer so that they're on a recurring order. Of course, like onus is on the merchant to make that really clear to the customer
Yeah, right.
and ensure that they have opportunity to kind of cancel if it's not working out.
Yeah,
But
otherwise
you're
you're
really
in that
trying to
negative
kind
option
of
space.
balance the reduced cost to acquire because it's like a more attractive offer to get into it. Your
Yeah,
CPAs are going to go down
right,
versus the amount of revenue that's coming in. So you
right.
do have to kind of, caution merchants that you need to understand your unit economics and test this out
Yeah,
prior to kind of like stepping on the gas. An
100%.
alternative, a, di- a
I used
different way for the more like risk adverse to get into this idea of um, like creating this like subscription offer is doing things around volume discounts.
okay.
So that way you're not giving up um, essentially like sacrificing your COGS and your cost of like the product in order to acquire the customer, but you're making it more attractive for them to buy multiples, right? So to kind of like build their own bundle or buy two to get an additional discount, buy three to get an even greater discount. And it kind of functions in the opposite way where you really want to like pull some of that cash flow forward and build up the AOV and that basket size by giving them incentives to kind of grow the value there.
And how does that display? Is that dynamically something you're able to rotate on something like the cart page or PDP or?
Yeah, we recommend you can do it a couple different ways. So you can do it right on the PDP and then just make it clear that this is like part of the offering, right? Instead of you buy one time or
Uh,
buy two products and then get X off, buy three products and get four off. There's some elegant ways to kind of display that, but it does require a little bit of like front end work there to
yeah.
kind of get that solid. Another approach is doing like a quiz to bundle or quiz to subscription.
Oh, sure.
And then that way you're capturing a bunch of like, what they call like first party data, understanding the customer's preferences, needs, their goals, and then essentially presenting them with a subscribable bundle. So they're subscribing to like a routine or like a stack rather than just subscribing to a product.
And that would be its own landing page and path and not something on the PDP, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
off of a landing page.
Very cool. Those are three great options. New things to try. I was excited to chat about those. This is Nick from Skio. Go check them out. They're a Shopify tool you can buy and try some of this stuff, which we have a lot of clients that would benefit from this, at least trying it. Sometimes when you're stuck and you're trying to see what else you can do, you need to swap tools in and out to see if something can break through a little bit. So I'll attach your contact info and details after this, and we'll call it. Anything else?
Cool. No, that's it. Really appreciate speaking with you.
Thanks, Nick.
Take care. Bye.